Welcome, listeners, to another episode of the show. I am your host with the most, Chris Talks. Hope that you're having a beautiful day because I am definitely having a beautiful one. All right. So I hope all my listeners out there having a good one. All right. All right. So let's get into our top story for this episode. Our top story for this episode brings us to New Jersey. So, a mom kills her husband and two young daughters as police arrive to serve an eviction notice after the bank foreclosed.
Wait, what?
Yes.
Bruh.
Really? Did we have to go this far? All right, listen, I'm going to let Sarah, my AI, take over and report the story. As always, I'm going to give you my point and my view at the end. All right, Sarah, hit it. Let's do what we do best. All right, let's get into it, y'all.
New Jersey Sheriff's deputies serving an eviction notice on a family of four found their work transmogrified into a grim and gruesome commentary on the nature of precarity when every member of the family was discovered dead, shot and killed in a triple murder-suicide. Ruben Alarcon, 51, Andrea Alarcon, 42, Scarlett Alarcon, 9, and Emma Alarcon, 6, were found at their home on Lincrest Terrace by members of the Union County Sheriff's Department on the morning of Jan. 17. Each family member died from a fatal gunshot wound, according to a press release issued by the Union County Prosecutor's Office. Law enforcement only released the names of the adults who died. The full names of the family were mentioned in their online obituary. In tragedies of this magnitude, there are no words that can heal, nor explanations that can serve to make sense of them to the public. Union County Prosecutor William Daniel said in a statement, "Our thoughts go out to the family and friends of these victims and to the Union community as a whole in the wake of this horrible event." Andrea Alarcon shot and killed her husband, then shot and killed her two daughters, before turning the gun on herself. According to the prosecutor's office and Union Police Department, the murder weapon was located near the murderess's body when law enforcement arrived late on the morning in question. A joint investigation determined. A neighbor told New York City-based TV station that the Alarcon family had lived in the house for 15 years. That was slated to change in fall 2023 when the bank that owned the title to their house decided to foreclose. According to NJ.com, the residence was sold at a sheriff's sale in November for $332,000. The Alarcons were then given 60 days to vacate. Just walking outside this morning looking and just thinking like, oh God, I don't understand what happened. Neighbor David DeChico told Regional Cable News. The girls were in the first and third grades when they were killed. Rafaela Remelgado, a teacher who taught Emma Alarcon in pre-kindergarten, recalled the younger child as a petite little girl, with an amazing family. Quote, "I cannot tell you what happened," she told the Post. "But this was a family that was very caring, loving, nurturing and generous." The killer was described as a mother who was on top of everything. Law and Crime reached out to the Union County Prosecutor's Office and the Union County Sheriff's Department for additional information, but no responses were immediately forthcoming. This is a deeply tragic event that has shaken our community to its core. Union Police Director Christopher Donnelly said in a statement, "Our hearts go out to the families and loved ones of the victims. We understand that this may be a difficult time for many people, and we encourage anyone who is struggling to reach out for help. Resources are available, and you don't have to go through this alone." A tribute fund for the victim's extended family, available on the Alarcon's obituary website, has raised over $24,000 as of this writing.
All right, let's really dig into this situation right quick. Drop my horn. All right. First and foremost, we can see that there was some financial problems within this family. We can see that is first and foremost. What she did was absolutely wrong. And before I get deep, before I let it go, let's drop some church bells for this entire family. And I want to send my condolences. Everybody from Chris Talks want to send their condolences out to the surviving members of this family. So let's drop some church bells for them real quick. All right. Let's hit the and I know it's going to be kind of controversial, but as always, two-headed coin, and this is my view and my opinion. So let's give the mother the dummy buzzer. Let's also give the father the dummy buzzer. And let's give them the dummy buzzer combined. Because as parents, these people were supposed to handle whatever financial difficulties that was coming to them. Now, I know some people going to be like, oh, that's messed up. That's messed up. No, it's not messed up. It's not. Had they had their finances in order and everything like that, they probably wouldn't have lost this house. Now, I don't know from which circumstances that they were losing this house, but it seems that to this particular female,
Bruh.
that this house was very, seemed to be very important. Now, was it that important for her to commit murder?
Bruh.
I don't think so. In my opinion, I don't think so. I don't think anything like that is worth committing murder, especially the kids, because the kids had nothing to do with these people's financial problems, because that's what it seems like. It seems like it was a financial situation. You know what I'm saying? It seems like that's what it was. Now, we don't know how much further it goes into that, because there could have been other problems than the finances. But let's not throw under the bucket, okay, that these financial situations happen in relationships. Now, if you look at the statistics, if you choose to look at the statistics, a lot of marriages end because of financial situations. Because a woman is expecting a man to provide a certain lifestyle for them, or a man is providing a certain lifestyle and then he can't keep it up because something happens. Now, to me, if you don't own no business, then like, what the can you really say? If you're not a man that owns a business, what the can you really say? If you're not a female that owns a business, what can you say? Running and owning a business is, to me, is just one step of financial comfortability, but you still have to manage and run that business. So, like, sometimes people don't understand in relationships you can't have your cake and eat it too. You understand what I'm saying? I try on this show, I try to stay out of relationships. We did have a relationship segment, but I try to stay off that level.
Bruh.
With relationships. But it's obviously that finances was a problem in this relationship, and it caused this woman not only to kill her husband and kill the children, but to kill herself.
Bruh.
And I'm just saying, I'm being honest. If I was on her mode, and some people might not like me for this, but if I was on her mode, and she's gonna probably burn in hell. Like, really. Like, she's really gonna probably burn in hell.
Bruh.
She is. But that was her solution to go out. Because, I mean, think about it. When the cops would have showed up, she would have been charged with a triple homicide. You understand what I'm saying? That's what she would have been charged with. She would have been charged with the killing of her husband and her two young daughters. So she would have been charged with a triple homicide. She would have definitely spent life in jail. because I don't think in Jersey they have. I don't think they have the death penalty in Jersey, but she would have definitely spent life in jail. Now, spending life in jail to some people, that's they can't do that. It'd be easier if they just, you know, you know, I mean, it'd be easier if they just went to the head, just to the head.
Wait, what?
Yes, to the head. It'd be easier for them. That's how some think. But the reality is, it's not. And this is to some of my people, my listeners out there that think that way. It's not. This is not the answer. This is what I've dubbed and always dubbed a senseless crime.
Bruh.
I've always said that. If you listen to my previous recording episodes, you'll understand that. This is a senseless crime. This did not have to happen. You're getting evicted. Okay, so what? Who cares?
Bruh.
You got people out there, you got homeless people out there, homeless families. They are not killing each other because they're homeless. They're not doing that. This woman obviously preferred a certain lifestyle. And because she could not have it, or whatever was going on behind the scenes that she could not have or probably lost, she chose to say, to me, in my opinion, if I can't have it, nobody can have it.
Bruh.
We don't know if they were getting a divorce or not.
Bruh.
And even if they wasn't getting a divorce, just the fact that they were going to have to lower their lifestyle, to her,
Bruh.
and she chose to take this action. She chose to take this action. And for that, I'm going to give her the dummy butter. Give it to her one more time. A stupid and foolish act. This man, like, they were getting evicted from their house because the bank was foreclosing on it. Who's to say that this man could not have bounced back in 2 years, 3 years, or a year? Who's like, why didn't she take the effort to put in to help? You understand what I'm saying? This is why I started this relationship stuff. These type of stories I don't really like to do, but I do it because, people don't pay attention to stuff like this, but this stuff happens in our community. There are some women out there, or men out there that will stoop to this level because they lost something, or because they feel like they lost something. They just can't deal with that loss. They can't deal with going home to tell that loss. To all my brothers and sisters out there, to all the people that's listening to me that can hear my voice, I will tell you this: go home and deal with it. Go home and deal with it. Go home and deal with it. Just deal with it.
Message.
Because if this person really and truly loves you, they're still going to be there and support you through whatever you're going through. That's just my opinion. 2 kids, it's like, 15 years. I mean, come on. They've been in this relationship for 15 years. This man was 51 years old. This woman was 42 years old. Can you imagine that? I'm just to my list. I'm just saying. Can you imagine that? Imagine the time. And this is the person that takes you out. It's a very sad story. Very, very sad. And a very horrible story. Because nothing like this, in my opinion, should really happen. This is very sad. Nothing like this should really happen. At least the two young kids should have survived. If she was going to do it, she could have just killed her husband and killed herself. And I'm not trying to be funny, but I'm just saying that's what she could have did. So I'm going to end it on that note. This is one of those sad ones, and I'm going to end it on that note. Also, I want to say this: if you know anybody, to all my listeners, if you know anybody who is struggling with depression, or who has suicidal thoughts or has suicidal intentions, that, if you see those signs there, okay, if you have any type of mobile phone, you can text 988, and that will connect you to the suicide crisis lifeline. Again, 988, and that will connect you to the suicide suicide crisis. I keep saying, why? Suicide crisis hotline. It will connect you to the suicide crisis hotline. Let me correct myself. 988 suicide crisis hotline. You can also go online at www.suicidelifeline.com and check that out, and they'll show you numbers within your local area, or whatever. Yeah, whatever. Applaud that. I got that down, right? A little bit. I'm tired, y'all, but I'm still here. Dropping this story for y'all. So, yeah, let's get up out of here, man. I want to go home. All right, if you like this content and want to hear more of it, y'all already know what to do. Hit that like, subscribe, and notification button. Also, feel free to leave a comment. I want to thank all my listeners for tuning in. You could be anywhere else in the world, but you are here with me. Until next episode, stay blessed and not stressed. I see y'all later. Peace out.